Resource Exchange is a network that the Strathcona BIA facilitates. We take waste from one business and we give it to another business or an artist. And the artist or the business will use it as the inputs into their processes. Last year at our AGM, I mentioned the Resource Exchange program to our members, and the next day I get a call from Anthony at Pace Fabrics. And he says, I have 8 years worth of fabric sample books that I need to get rid of, and I don't know what to do with them. So the next day I show up at his office with a minivan and start loading them up and taking them back to our office. This was over 3 tons of books, so literally thousands of fabric sample books. So I started contacting all of the artists that we're connected to and asking them to come to our office and check out these books. And a few weeks later, we actually had gotten rid of all of the fabric sample books. One artist took over 400 books, and she actually created a new business venture out of the fabric samples.
I found out about the Resource Exchange through an invite to the event at the Chapel Arts Centre. At that event, I found a few books of fabric and took them home and fell in love with them. And so I emailed Sophie, who I had met that evening, who runs the exchange, and I asked her if there was any more left, and I just volunteered to take them off her hands. When I went to the office, it turned out that there was actually hundreds that were available, and because I have a large space, I took them, decided to take them. So that's how that came about. At first, I didn't really know what I was going to do with them. I just started taking them apart and divided them by fabric, and I just started kind of brainstorming ideas on what I was going to do. I started off doing very practical things with the fabric and with leather that I had also salvaged from an upholstery place. And then I started making purses, and now I'm making pillows and getting more into sculptural pieces.
What I love about this story is that it exemplifies what we're trying to do with the Resource Exchange. We're taking the waste of one business who couldn't get rid of them, and we're giving them to artists who wouldn't have otherwise had access to those materials. Everybody saves money, and the waste is diverted from the landfill. So I really think this is how we're creating a sustainable community in Strathcona.
All cities should have this. It's amazing that a business can say, we have this stuff, it's going to go in the landfill. And artists or lay people or craftspeople or whoever can say, I could use that wood, I can use that book. So to me, the hope aspect has been a huge benefit for me. The products themselves have been great. I've started a kind of a hobby business, sewing and making these products, which has been a total reversion to childhood, and so I've had a lot of fun. And then the other aspect is it kind of segues nicely into my visual art, my sculpture and my installation, and fires the creative part of my soul.